It's week number 2, and after knocking off division rival Atlanta on Sunday Night Football, the Saints play host to the 0-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. The Saints are still without backup running back Mark Ingram. They're also without Daron Harmon. The Steelers, on the other hand, are missing Mike Mitchell, Arthur Moats, and Trayvon Blanton, their rookie corner. But they have this guy, Big Ben Roethlisberger, who is still one of the league's best, and pair him with Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown and company, and this is one of the best offenses in the league week in and week out. On the offensive line, Pouncey, DeCastro, and Gilbert are good, but Foster and Gilliam are their weak links. Bell, Bryant, Gaither, Brown, and Ladarius Green are their weapons, and they are a scary unit. A lot of speed, a lot of big play potential. 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger airs it up deep to Antonio Brown, and it is broken up. Fassitt and DeMarco Kidd over. 3rd and 9, Roethlisberger drops back. Throws to Le'Veon Bell, one of the best, if not the best running backs in the NFL. Back at it again on that reception. 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger airs it up again to Brown. Only 2-man routes. And this time he hauls it in. Von Bell a little late getting over. Despite great coverage, the best in the business hauls it in, and Pittsburgh is up 7-0. After a penalty on the kickoff, it is going to be Saints ball from their own 22, and Michael Wong has a 9-yard completion for the first down. He dominated in week number 1 in his NFL debut, and he hopes to keep it going here. 1st and 10, pass to DeAndre Hopkins, who goes out of bounds. Michael Wong off play action is dynamic. 2nd and 12 from the 39-yard line. Wong drops back. Looks around and is sacked. Nobody was open, and Cameron Hayward blows past Sean Coleman. 3rd and 18. Wong rolls out. Doesn't really have much, just kind of throws it across the middle and incomplete, and that is going to be a punt away. A beautiful punt from Javier Moran puts them on the 1. And Le'Veon Bell is upended by Shad Houston, and he is hurt. Le'Veon Bell down, writhing in pain, grabbing at his ribs. We'll see if he returns, but Josh Gaither, the second-year man out of USF, is in. And Roethlisberger has all the time in the world on 2nd and 8, and Brown can't haul it in. Fassitt has gotten the better of AB twice, but Antonio Brown has the touchdown. 3rd and 8, Huggins in motion. Coming out of the I formation, handoff to Dials, and Dials is going to pick up about 4, but they're forced to punt. Nate Dials getting his first touch of the game. 3rd and 9, pass to DeAndre Hopkins for the Saints, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal as their drive just doesn't get enough going to it. It's 7-3 now. Roethlisberger drops back and is sacked. Cameron Jordan in, and that's a punt. After a punt away for the Saints as well, we keep it moving. 3rd and 9 from the 49-yard line. Roethlisberger from the shotgun. He's going to drop back. Looks around. Has time. Throws over the middle, and it's almost picked off. It is incomplete, and the Steelers are forced to punt right back. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wong to Blackman, and Rakeem Blackman has the catch, but he fumbles! It's recovered by Pittsburgh. It was forced by, I believe, Bud Dupree. And Blackman has had a history of fumbles. That's not good. 3rd and 7. Dials on the wheel. Gets both feet in bounds. And it's 14-3. The Steelers capitalize off the turnover. 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action fake. Wong under pressure, rolls out to his right, throws to DeAndre Hopkins, who breaks some ankles and picks up a huge gain. Michael Wong with a Rodgers-esque rollout and throw. Watch it one more time. Off platform, a beautiful pass. 3rd and 3 from the 11. Wong to Blackman, and he can't hold on in traffic. He's worked on his hands, but that'll be another field goal. It's 14-6. 1:40 left in the first half. Roethlisberger is crushed, but he finds Sammy Coates for the first down. They're approaching field goal range. 1:20 left from the Saints' 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Roethlisberger Drops back some more. Finds Devin Funchess, who gets away from Fassitt, but cannot get away from DeMarco Kidd. That's going to be an 8-yard gain, but they're stopped shy of the first. 2nd and 2 from the 23. Big Ben looks, throws to Martavis Bryant over the middle. And Bryant has a pickup of 20. 3rd and goal from the 3. Roethlisberger looks around, nobody's really open, and he's going to be sacked. Saints call their first timeout. It's 17-6. Ensuing kickoff, Antoine Whiting from his own 6-yard line. And Whiting up the middle has running room. Antoine Whiting into the open field. And he is gone. 94 yards. And the Saints go into the half down 17-13 instead of 17-6. And they start out with the football in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 26. Play action fake to Rakeem Blackman. Blackman with running room as he gets out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Rakeem Blackman has been a little bit slow in the run game, but it's probably as he's just adjusting to his new role as a receiving back as well, as Kent Clemens picks up a gain of 20, setting up a 1st and 10 from the 27. Wong from under center is going to drop back. Looks, throws to Hopkins. What a dime working against DeAntoine Little, the second-year corner on the outside. 1st and goal from the 8. Hand off Blackman, and Rakeem Blackman fumbles again. The Steelers are trying to lay the wood into him, and it's worked so far. That's his 2nd fumble of the game. 2nd and goal from the 10. Play action fake. Wong to Hopkins in traffic for the touchdown. And the Saints take their first lead of the game. Thanks to DeAndre Hopkins, it's 20-17. Steelers are driving. 3rd and 4 from the Saints 21. Adjusting play at the line of scrimmage. Saints answer back with an adjustment of their own. Pass to Ladarius Green is dropped. McNeil in coverage. And that's going to be a field goal attempt to tie this ball game up from the left hash. It is up and it is good. And it's 20-all. Still in the 3rd quarter, 1st and 10, Rakeem Blackman on the give. And Blackman, they're dedicating enough to the run game, but without Mark Ingram, it's a little bit harder, and this is not exactly a weakness for the Steelers. Their pass defense is their weakness, so running the ball might not be the most ideal, but got to keep them honest. 3rd and 1, Blackman on the give, and he is swarmed in the backfield for a loss. That's going to be another Javier Moran punt. 37 from the 23, Roethlisberger drops back. Dancing around is sacked. That's Cameron Jordan in again. 3.5 sacks on the game, and it's going to be a punt from Colquitt to Antoine Lightning. From his own 30, Whiting takes it to the outside, has running room, out past midfield, the 30 to the 20, and down to the Steelers' 17-yard line. A huge return sets up great field position for the Saints. 1st and 10 from the 17, pass to Clements is caught over the middle. That's a gain of 15. 1st and goal from the 2. They spread everybody out. Hand off Blackman, lowers his shoulder, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and it's 27-20. Saints back out on top. 1st and 10 from the 45, Roethlisberger to Bryant, and Martavis Bryant has the first down on his 4th reception of the game. 2nd and 1 from the 21. Offset eye for the Steelers. The give is to Gaither, and Josh Gaither picks up about 7. 18 carries, 50 yards for Gaither. Neither team has a very potent run game so far today, and Le'Veon Bell will not return. 3rd and 6. Jordan giving chase, and Roethlisberger can't get the throw off. 4th and 6. Big Ben airs it up to Brown, and it's broken up. Jocqua Fassitt forces the turnover on downs. 3rd and 8 from the 35. Wong looks, throws over the middle in traffic to DeMarcus Edens. That's incomplete. and they're forced to punt with 4.5 left. 1st and 10 for the Steelers, down by 7. Play action fake, Roethlisberger airs it up deep for Bryant. One-on-one with Bell, and it's broken up by Von Bell. That's a huge pass breakup. 3rd and 10 from the 39, now out in the pistol. Play action fake to Dials. Roethlisberger, tons of time, only a 3-man rush. Countess versus Bryant, and Blake Countess never found the ball. That's a huge 3rd down conversion. 2nd and goal from the 3. Gaither is in, and we are tied. 1st and 10 for the Saints with 2:48 left, all 3 timeouts. Pass to Michael Thomas is broken up. DeAntoine Little dropped back and got a hand on it, a very heads-up play. 3rd and long for the Saints with 2:39 left. Wong, looking around, is flushed out of the pocket, throws for Whiting, and it's incomplete. He just missed him. Moran to punt. Antonio Brown is back to return. And Brown with a move is going to be brought down. And Antonio Brown's actually going to be injured on the play, and he will not return in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 31. Play action fake. Roethlisberger is going to be sacked again. Kruger and Jordan in. 2nd and 18. It's a screen to Gaither. And Josh Gaither has running room, but Von Bell with a great wrap tackle stops him shy of the sticks. 3rd and 6, Roethlisberger looks, throws, has Gaither out of the backfield, and that's a huge 1st down. They're out past midfield and almost in field goal range. 1st and 10 from the 37. Gaither has the 1st, and the Saints are forced to call their 1st timeout. 2nd and 9 after another timeout. Roethlisberger from under center, Nix in motion. And off Gaither, stopped in the backfield. He chugs forward to get back to the line. But the Saints aren't going to call a timeout. With 55 seconds left, they're actually going to snap it. Dials tried to catch him off guard, and it did not work. Saints call their final timeout for the lead. The kick is up, and it is good. But the Steelers gave the Saints an extra 25 seconds. I don't know about that clock management, even though they have no timeouts. The kick is to Devontae Short. And Short out to the 30, to the 35, and brought down, but a flag is thrown. And this one is going to be moving backwards. An illegal block in the back on Lakeem Hillman. The Saints need about 40 yards in 41 seconds to get into Lutt's range. 1st and 10 from the 25. Wong touch pass to DeMarcus Edens, one-on-one with a linebacker. And he picks up 21 in only 6 seconds. Beautiful pass from Michael Wong. 1st and 10 from the 46. Steelers backing off, complete to Blackman, and Rakeem Blackman gets out of bounds. They're out past midfield in only 11 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 43. Wong to Clements, and it's almost intercepted. That could have ended the game right there. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Wong taking a shot. Hopkins one-on-one, and he throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Just too much underneath it. 3rd and 10 from the 43. Wong throws to Naquan Oliver. Oliver has the 1st down and gets out of bounds with 16 seconds left. They're in Lutt's range. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wong taking a shot again to Hopkins. This time he hauls it in for the touchdown over DeAntoine Little. Hopkins, with one hand, is going to give the Saints a 4-point lead with 11 seconds left. The last chance for the Steelers after an incredible drive by Michael Wong and the Saints. Roethlisberger's pass is broken up, and that is your ball game. Who needs overtime as the Saints knock off the Steelers in dramatic fashion? You have to give an assist to the Steelers' poor clock management. They might have been able to get in the Lutz range and send it to overtime in those 21 seconds, but they definitely wouldn't have had an opportunity to take a couple shots to the end zone. What a game. I want to do something where I start doing this every week, where I give out my Player of the Game awards to one player on each side of the ball for our team, especially in victories. On offense, it has to go to DeAndre Hopkins. He made an incredible play at the end, and while Michael Wong was phenomenal, Hopkins won us this game. On defense, despite giving up that one touchdown to Antonio Brown, I'm giving the game ball on defense to Jocqua Fassitt. He now has 5 pass deflections on the season. He allowed 3 receptions for 84 yards, for 78 yards to Antonio Brown, and one of those was a 51-yarder. So those are my 2. Cameron Jordan a close second on defense. Next week, we take on the Carolina Panthers, who are 1-1. They won the division last year. They lost to the Packers week 1 and beat the Redskins last week. They're without Bené Ben-Wickery, who has a broken collarbone. And they are a very interesting team, obviously led by Cam Newton. A lot of speed, Thomas Beguse, Tevin Coleman in the backfield. And then at fullback, they obviously still have Tolbert. At wide receiver, it's Benjamin, Brown, Kadir Beckham, Ted Ginn, and Humphreys. And then Greg Olsen. So, another team where we have to be careful in the passing game. They have some very dynamic linebackers in coverage, but their secondary is their weak point. Their up-the-middle play, Coney Ely, Charles Johnson, Shorten Latulele, and Vernon Butler is still scary. So we will have to pick our spots and attack them in a different way than we have in the past. James Benedict as an edge rusher could be interesting as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was an epic game. I am so happy that I got to post this for you guys. I'm Moonlightswami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace!